Welcome to Dark Moments in History, EAST Studios.
Welcome back to Dark Moments in History. On this episode, we're going to try something a little different and try to make it more fun for the audience.
And fun for us, though, right?
Oh, hell yeah. I'll be your host, Josh.
I'm the other guy, Zach.
Today, we have a special treat. It depends on how you consider it a treat, right?
I don't know if we consider him a treat, maybe a snack? Late night?
Like, you know that one guy in your family that, like, nobody talks to, but, you still want to talk to him?
No, he's more like the guy everybody talks to, and then he gets beat up in the corner.
Wow, that's kind of messed up.
Anyway.
I was thinking, moving on. For violence towards little brothers.
Speaking of little brothers, we're going to introduce my brother. Colin, get your ass over here.
Hello, gentlemen. Hello.
Hi.
Hello.
Welcome to the podcast.
Thank you. Thank you.
This is going to be very interesting.
Hi, guys.
Zach, why don't you start it off? What are we talking about today?
Well, today we're going to be talking about the American Revolution, because it's coming up on the 250th anniversary.
Did you get your shorts yet?
No, I didn't get my shorts yet.
I got my shorts.
I got my eagle funnel.
I was trying to get like an overall kind of thing.
I was trying to find a flag for my hood.
Which
My
one
car.
we got? Oh.
Different kind of hood.
Anyway,
we're going to discuss what led to what. Okay,
so we're starting off American Revolution. We can't start in the middle, like Boston Massacre. We can't start there. So this guy here, my brother, kept telling me I had to start with the French and Indian War.
Also known as the 7 Years' War.
Thank you for taking my thunder, you little asshole. So,
why would we start there?
because that's what led up to the whole thing with the American Revolution. Because of the French and Indian War, because of all the debt that was included, because they wouldn't let the colonists go past the Appalachian Mountains, they started getting pissed off.
Okay.
Am I right, Colin?
You are absolutely right, Zach.
So, normally, like we were just trying to say, I fucking lost where I was going to go. Anyway, Colin, you take it because you know more about it than I do.
Can we swear on this podcast?
Fuck yeah.
Yeah.
Okay. So you are right. So before the American Revolution, British citizens were very proud to be British. People that were born in the colony, so to speak, in this continent, they'd never been to Britain. They would boast about how they were British and Britain was home, and then 7 Years' War, French and Indian War, changed all that. After the war, Britain was broke. They were in debt. And they had staggering national debt. And the British, my mind's all over.
Have some of the whiskey to fuel.
So, why didn't England go, Turkey got oil, so let's go get it, make us richer?
Well, because the British had a deal with the Native Americans on it. They were like, you're not supposed to go past the Appalachian Mountains.
Was that due to the...
That was due to the end of the war, the conditions, wasn't it?
They had a, I don't remember
It was
the treaty. It was a treaty.
It was like the Cherokee, the Iroquois.
All the Delaware, the Iroquois.
Because they were mostly dealing with the French at that point.
Yes, they were.
So the French were there already prior to this war. So were the English.
And
they
the
were like-
Spanish were there too.
So like they're all looking at it going, hey, that land's unoccupied, let's have it. And the Native Americans were basically going, but we already fucking live here.
So wait a minute. So, was Washington in that war?
Yes,
He was.
he was a lieutenant.
Was anybody else that signed the Constitution or the Independence? Were they in that war, or was Washington the only
Washington was the most prominent one.
Adams wasn't.
one?
No, was it?
Everybody knows that. That's why I said that. But who would else be on that treaty that was signed?
Well,
Do you know what I mean?
Washington,
That would be a part of it.
Washington, like he just said, Washington was already there. To be honest, I didn't find anybody that I think of coming off of the Declaration of Independence being in there. Most of the people on the Declaration were business owners, landowners.
They were all farmers. I
Yeah.
get that. I get
But I don't think that did any of them have any big stake in the 7 Years' War, like Franklin, Hancock, or anybody?
No, Benjamin Franklin did not.
He was too busy fucking around in France at that time, wasn't
that. Well, he was an inventor.
he? That too.
Actually lived in London.
Oh, okay.
I'm trying to answer Josh's question. Yes, actually, I had to look that up. I'm sorry.
No, you're fine.
Paul Revere had. He was in the French and Indian War. He was a second lieutenant of the Massachusetts Artillery.
Wait, the guy who
Yes.
made the ride is
Israel Putnam, Danny Morgan, Horatio Gates, and Charles Lee were both. Yeah, so yeah, they were regular British Army officers. So yes, a lot of the people who signed.
The independence.
Sorry,
Yeah.
viewers, I had to look that up because I'm getting mad at me.
You're stupid anyway.
You're a guest host. We don't expect you to know these things. But out of how many names on there were actually on there, now we know.
Yeah.
A lot of people else wouldn't know that.
Fair enough.
So that's what we do on the podcast here. This is what we do on this, is we bring the facts that nobody else wants to bring to light, and we bring it to the light.
So another thing with George Washington during the 7 Years' War,
You're going to go into Fort Necessity. Right?
Fort Necessity, you know, it's Battle of Fort Necessity against the French.
Okay.
And he actually, it's the only time Washington in his entire career, British military and Continental Army, ever surrendered. He made a deal, they surrendered to the French, they could leave without, you know, his whole army could leave. And that basically started.
Yeah, but the whole thing with the signing of that surrender, wasn't he made responsible for?
Yes, he was made responsible, and then
Yeah, but he didn't know that because he couldn't read.
there was a breakdown in the language barrier, and then my timeline might be wrong here. I want to say Fort Necessity happened before. I can't remember. I don't think he was in command.
No, he wasn't. Wasn't Bradshaw man?
Braddock.
Braddock. Yeah, Braddock was in.
I can't remember.
No, because
Braddock didn't. Well, wait.
Braddock was trying to say.
I want to make sure I'm right where that battle were, because I'm trying to remember.
I did do some
Braddock,
research.
when Braddock was killed,
Washington took over.
Washington took over, but I don't think that was at Fort Necessity, because
No, it wasn't because
my ultimate reason for saying this is Washington wanted to be a British Army officer. He wanted to have a commission as a British officer.
Well, he was a lieutenant. Wouldn't that already be a commissioned officer? Or is that by today's standards?
I want to say, I don't really know if 100%. You'd have to fact check me on this. He was different because he wasn't a British citizen. He was born in Virginia.
Okay.
He was born here. Can't say America because it wasn't really.
It
was America.
It was a
but
colonial.
It was a colonial.
Yeah.
So he wasn't. They were looked down upon, like, you know. But I can't. I'm not sure about the ranks. Like lieutenant was.
I get that.
Okay.
So
But he resigned his commission because they would not give him rank,
Yeah.
and that was it. And then, you know, things go forward with
Well,
Washington.
Washington also had some other issues with Braddock because Braddock was like, all right, the whole British thing was put more dudes at it, go in full force. Washington, from what I remember reading, was going, hey, this land isn't working with us. We gotta fight differently. We just can't go rank and file, full force, make lines.
Yes.
Because, and he was the only one saying, we gotta do this differently.
Yes, you are right.
And that's also what kind of led to him falling out of favor with his command, wasn't it? With Braddock and everybody else.
Yeah.
Because he wanted to adapt guerrilla warfare instead. because
Yeah, and
You
at that
can't
time,
push
that wasn't
you can't push like
gentlemanly.
50 guys in a line straight through. There's no open battlefield.
Yeah.
It's all trees. It's all the land's basically telling you, you're fucked. You got to follow our rules.
Yeah, we live in Pennsylvania. We know.
British doctrine stated you got to walk in, open file, set up. Then we have a gentlemanly discussion with our muskets.
Exactly. And
We call that foreshadowing.
so they finish this war,
Yeah.
and then Washington goes back and
Washington's-
refuses
Yes,
his rank.
Yes, he resigns.
Then what's he do after that? Before
He
he
goes back to
this?
Virginia, doesn't he?
Goes back to Virginia.
He has land over there. He has
Now-
let's be brutally honest.
slave.
He was a very wealthy. He was wealthy. Married Martha Washington. Forget her maiden name. She was a widower. So she had kids. And Washington did not have kids. I don't know if nobody knows. Forget what he had.
He didn't have wooden teeth. I'll tell you that.
No, I think he was actually sterile. He could not father children. I think he had smallpox.
It said he fathered the country.
I think he had smallpox.
You know, you got to father something. And if we had to pick another person,
Well, he married Martha.
Yeah.
She was very wealthy. He was also owned a lot of land, a lot of slaves.
Which was standard for that time period.
Yes.
correct. So that's nothing out of the norm.
So instead of
But-
Cadillacs, he owned people.
He also had land surveyors go past the Appalachian border.
He wasn't supposed to do that, though.
He
He was one of the
acquired
people.
a lot of land.
He was one of the people that were pushing it.
So
Anyways, back on top.
back on
Let's
topic.
get this train back on the
So
rails.
Zach, you have to ask a question. So go ahead, ask your question as if it was to me and what we think. Or do you want me to ask the
You
question?
can go ahead. I think we're past that point, though, aren't we?
No, not really. We're still
Okay.
getting into it.
Okay,
'Cause
fine. Like,
we're talking about the war that happened beforehand. This
So-
is
forgetting the whole thing with what we just said. American Revolution. You walk up, like, say, 10 people on the street.
Correct.
What do you think they're going to know what the real reason was? What started the American Revolution?
see. I always thought, and I always stuck my guns to this, was taxes. But you have a different answer.
It wasn't about taxes. It was about land, and we wanted independence because what we were taught in school was taxes, independence from the crown. It's true, but
But
the founding fathers wanted an empire. We were basing our future off of
The
Parliament.
yeah.
Okay, and it's still. I mean, you look at that today; it's still similar. But we wanted an empire. We wanted the whole continent. We wanted the land. We didn't want to pay, like the taxes. So
The taxes were levied against the American colonies because of the 7-Year War.
yes, so the colonists, the colonial citizens were asked to pay. I think it was
It was 2%. Wasn't
one
it?
shilling a year, which is like today's money. Well, back then I think it was like $3 or something.
You have $3 back then.
It was a lot of money.
Yeah.
A lot of money. And the British citizen was paying, I believe, 3 or 4. I can't remember off the top of my head.
Yeah, but
You have to fact check me on that.
I
Sorry.
don't know if you know this, but I just thought of this. What were the British Empire was in debt because of the war?
Yes.
Who were they in debt to? That would cause them to have to pay money back.
Wars are expensive.
Well, no, wars are expensive, but they had to have taken a loan for somebody to push this type of loan.
That's
money.
really a good question, Zach. I don't know.
I would have thought.
I don't know that one. But
Stay tuned. There might be more.
we can edit this out.
No, just fucking.
No. It's fine. It's fine. We're just running it as is. So,
Well, they were probably. So you got.
okay. So, we were in debt to they were in debt to somebody because of the war, so they upped the ante to the people across the pond.
Yeah, because
Is
it was
what we're
all-
getting at.
Yeah.
So, when you do that, you don't think there's going to be a little bit of pushback?
Look at the pushback we get when gas went up to like $5. So there's definitely going to be pushback.
That's what I mean. So you can't, and especially where we don't have access, you Well, even if you did it in England, you could literally ride from one beginning part, which is Ireland, all the way down to the tip.
Yeah, you could cross it, what, in like 6 or 7 hours, the whole the British Isles.
4.5 at the shortest point into
what
France.
Clarkson did in that jack. Don't you remember he went from sundown to sun up? He crossed the whole UK.
Well, I'm
It was
talking
like
like
7 hours.
I'm talking like not driving, but like actual
Yeah.
riding on a horse.
Fuck.
Days.
That's what I mean. So if you think about it, it took how long to get here? 18 months?
On a ship?
Yeah.
Yeah, about 18 months.
So it takes 18 months to go one way.
Yeah.
So nobody back here knows this is going to hit us so hard until 18 months later, which the war's already over for almost a year and a half.
Yeah.
Everybody's finally getting settled in back into what they're supposed to. And then you have this guy coming in and soldiers saying, well, this is what you owe us. You each owe us a shilling. When did this start? 18 months ago.
Yeah.
Do you know what I mean?
Yeah.
Yeah,
Like,
it wasn't just...
It's not like when England moved into northern India. The British soldiers were in northern India? You didn't know that?
I knew they were there.
India was a colony.
I know India was a colony.
There was a bunch of colonies.
Yeah, I know about that. Yeah.
Okay.
I just didn't focus my thought on like we're bringing India into
Well,
this.
well, when
It would have taken them years to get there.
correct, so that's why they always did ship. Well, it was only 6 months for them, to ship over to
Yeah.
India. Whenever they went over to those colonies, they told them the same thing, which is no big deal, but they have a bigger population and
Yeah.
everything else. Where we had 13 colonies, and each colony had maybe, 500-600 people?
Well, you're also got to add in that Britain had a lot in the Caribbean too, so there were colonies there too. So there was a lot of.
Oh, okay.
So there
But
was
most of the
But that was like the Caribbean, and Quebec, So there was a lot of ships going to and from.
I don't know why we didn't just, every time a guy would come over to say something, take him down.
Oh, it had to be polite though. It's like, excuse me, sir, I have a disagreement with you. Let's go stand over here and have a duel.
Why am I standing on paper?
Don't worry about it. We're gonna. It's just for cleanup.
Or hey? I'm sorry. Hey?
But so the taxes, they did, they were like
They were taxing all the
they were
imports.
taxing, there was the Sugar Act, the Stamp Act, the Townsend Act. There was
And that was all on what textiles, like lead, materials,
sugar, all the exports,
anything that was coming in.
tobacco.
Yeah.
So what pushed us over the point is the question. What pushed, what was the final, no pun intended,
It was actually
straw
it was
that
actually
broke the
tea.
camel's
It
back?
was the tea.
There was the tea, and also
Tea actually was the straw that broke the camel's back.
wasn't it also the fact that they, with the Townshend Act, they were also stationing British troops in the
Yes.
colony. So they had to quarter these troops. There were no barracks. Every citizen had to have British regulars living in their homes. And
And
they
I
had to
believe
pay
that's
for it.
what the Fifth Amendment states.
Yeah. So
Really?
yeah, they were forced to.
You can't, you have the right to no quarter. You can't have a soldier live with you. I
So-
believe it's the Fifth Amendment.
I believe so.
Non-family.
Yeah,
Okay.
No, no,
Okay.
you can say it to your family. Oh, no, I know my amendments. Go ahead.
yeah, but
I
now,
wanted to.
If you wanted to.
yeah, but they had sometimes 3 or 4 British soldiers living in someone's house, and they were expected to take care of them.
See, that's messed up because you're already paying a shilling a year.
Am I right though?
Yes, but to
And those
back
soldiers
to
are not always
back to the Stamp
nice.
Act. So it was paper goods, playing cards. I mean,
anything
we
that
don't think about that as a big thing today, but back then that was.
right.
They-
in
yeah,
the
it was
paper.
anything.
They didn't have videos and stuff
Yeah.
like that,
Yeah.
which is understandable.
And then the colonists actually boycotted British goods, forcing the Parliament to repeal the Stamp Act. Actually,
Yes. See
So,
that. What year was that? About
65.
65. Okay.
I did look.
No cheating here.
And then there was the Townsend Acts. You didn't have that in your notes.
I had that somewhere. Yeah,
You may know a little bit on that.
it was just from what I got. It's Townshend Act was just everything else was T. It was lead. It was paint. It was textiles,
That's
export
right.
imports, and it also involved quartering for the.
I believe.
And funny thing about that is, they did that for a couple of years.
Yeah, this went on for a couple
They-
years.
yeah.
There was a back and forth, and if I'm not
And
mistaken, who was
look-
the king at the time?
George the
King
third,
George.
the third. He had
kinda-
mental issues. believe it or
Yeah,
not.
he kind of
He
was like.
crazy.
There was a lot of back and forth and negotiation because Ben Franklin, was very prominent.
He was.
He sat through. I'm going to use the term wrong, but it basically special hearings, whatever, and they would like, what can we do to make
Was he a mediator?
pretty much.
Okay.
Well, the whole
He's
thing's
a very prominent man. He was a playboy.
an inventor and all that shit, writer and all that.
Yeah, he was clapping them cheeks too.
But at the same time, up until look, this went on for a couple of years. Parliament rescinded most of the Townshend Act, so that led that all that's left was teeth.
And that was because, again, coffee wasn't a big thing
No, it wasn't.
back then.
Coffee's very American.
Um,
Do we want to end this part of the episode here because we're starting to run in? How far are we on here?
We are
Because
20
we're gonna-
minutes in.
Because we're going to start getting into the Boston Tea Party and all that.
Okay, well, right now we're going to be real quiet and talk among ourselves, and you get to hear from our sponsors. Thank you.
If you're in the Mount Pleasant or Connellsville area and you need your lawn care taken care of, call Extreme Lawn Care. I'll take care of you at a good price. If you are looking for tires in the following areas: Export, PA, Jeanette, PA, Mount Plinlimmon, PA, Belleville, PA, look for our tire shops there. Best price around and best service you'll ever get. Go into any of our locations, you'll get the best service you've ever had. SXETS Sequelae Wanger Quote. For your painting needs, give Gallery Painting a call and they will take care of you. Thank you, and have a great day.
We're back. Thank you for our sponsors. We're trying to hit 500 followers, subscribers. We're looking for that 500 mark right now.
We are.
We will take
Definitely
100 right now, but try to share, like the video. If you like what we're doing here, we'll keep doing it until we get more likes and stuff like that. We don't know what's going to work for us. We'd like to thank you for this part. Part 2 is coming out tomorrow at 8 o'clock. Stay tuned for part 2.
AM or PM?
Hmm?
AM or PM?
Yeah.
PM. Why would I do
Eastern Standard Time?
Yes.
New York?
If you're in California, it's 3 hours behind.
So you might get it early.
Unless
You know,
What if they're in England?
6 hours, I believe.
ahead.
And if you're in Japan,
All right.
John already got that.
So this is
Mr. Roboto.
the end of part 1. Like you said, thanks for watching. I'm Zach. That's Josh. That's my idiot brother.
And I'm Velvet Thunder.
Oh dear God, you're not putting that up. But anyway, thanks for watching. We'll see you on part 2.
Like, subscribe, and follow for more.
Hit that button.
Thank you for watching Dark Moments in History.